The sun rose over the rugged peaks of Moab, painting the rocks in crimson and gold. Below, the camp of Israel stretched like a living sea, tents upon tents, shimmering in the desert heat. King Balak stood on the edge of the mountain, his eyes narrowing. He clenched his fists. These people, they are too many. Too strong. Their God is with them. He turned to Balaam, the man he'd hired to stop what armies could not. A prophet for hire, a man of reputation. A man who had once heard the true voice of God but had begun to sell his gift for gold. Balak's voice cut through the mountain air, saying, "Come. Curse them for me from this place. Perhaps the Lord will let you weaken them." Balaam's heart beat hard. He knew this was no ordinary moment. He had already heard God's warning that these people were blessed. But his greed and pride whispered louder. So he built 7 altars on the mountain. 7 sacrifices, bulls and rams, burned before God. Smoke curled into the heavens. Balaam stepped aside, waiting for a word, perhaps hoping to twist God's will toward his own. But then, something happened. A stillness fell. The same presence that spoke to him once before filled the air again. "You shall not curse these people, for they are blessed." When Balaam returned to Balak, his eyes were distant, trembling. The king leaned forward eagerly. "Well? What did God say? What curse have you spoken?" But Balaam opened his mouth and blessing poured out like thunder rolling through the valleys. "How can I curse whom God has not cursed? How can I denounce those whom the Lord has not denounced? From the top of the rocks I see them, a people who dwell alone, not counted among the nations." Balak's face twisted in rage. "What have you done to me? I brought you to curse my enemies and you have blessed them." But Balaam could only bow his head. "Must I not speak what the Lord puts in my mouth?" Balak would not stop. He led Balaam to another mountain named Pisgah, then to Peor, hoping the view, the rituals, or the price would change the outcome. Each time, Balaam built the altars. Each time, he waited. And each time, God took control of his voice. The words that came out were no longer his own. They were poetry from heaven. God is not a man, that he should lie, nor a son of man, that he should change his mind. He has blessed, and I cannot reverse it. By the final mountain, Balaam's heart was undone. He looked out over Israel and saw something beyond what Balak could see. Not just a people camping in the desert, but the shadow of redemption itself. He lifted his eyes and said, "A star shall come out of Jacob and a scepter shall rise out of Israel." Balak stood silent. He had paid for a curse, but bought a prophecy instead. God had taken a man's greed, a king's fear, and a nation's vulnerability and turned them into one of the clearest visions of the coming Messiah. The story shows us that even on a mountain meant for curses, God's blessing cannot be undone. Even when human motives are corrupt, His word stands pure. And even when someone speaks for the wrong reasons, God can still speak through them to reveal His glory.